Michigan State, a 52-0 win over Akron, their largest margin of victory since 2014, their first shutout since 2016, and their largest shutout since a 54-0 win against Indiana in 1957. Michigan State ran for 6 touchdowns against Akron. Ryan Berger had 3 of them, had 100-plus yards. The Michigan State defense forced 4 fumbles. There was a lot of good that came out of this game against a team, obviously not equal to our level of competition. But it's been a long time since we've seen Michigan State just flat out dominate any opponent this way. Don't care what level they're at. So it was nice to see.
Yeah, and I think it was 5 fumbles, but we recovered 4 of them. It was... the fumbles were insane. Jacoby Windmon had another great game. He didn't have 4 sacks, but he had 1 sack, or like a sack and a half, and I think he forced 3 of those. It was an incredible game by the defense. The offense, they were great running the ball, obviously, 6 touchdowns. Peyton Thorne still didn't look as good as we wanted, and if you're looking for a negative, that is certainly the negative to take away from this game, is that Peyton Thorne had no touchdowns. I think it's his first game with no passing touchdowns since he's been the starter for Michigan State. And Noah Kim came in and threw a touchdown after Thorne went out for a little bit with an injury. But, that's really the only negative, other than Jaden Reed got a little bit banged up, and I still don't know the status for this Saturday. Mel Tucker just said he's going to be ready when he's ready. So there's really no update on that end of it. But, yeah, the defense played really well. The offense ran the ball, which is probably what they wanted to do. But if you're still concerned about Peyton Thorne, that I understand.
Yeah, and you should be a little bit, because I'm sorry, this is against lesser competition, and you threw for no touchdowns and 2 interceptions. So something is not, and he's not happy with himself. You read the quotes of what he's been talking about. He's not happy that he's sailing the ball high, so he's got to get that figured out. For Jaden Reed, how do you get a cut on your back playing football? I don't understand that. That's what they're saying the injury is, that he got a cut on his back. Who's running around in the defensive secondary with a knife in their hands? I don't understand how you get a cut on your back playing football, but hopefully it's nothing too major. But yeah, the star of the game for the Michigan State Spartans, it's halfway the running game and halfway the defense. Kendall Brooks, who's filling in for Xavier Henderson, forced the ball out twice in the first quarter. He had 3 forced fumbles through his first 2 games. Like you said, Jacoby Windmon, who had 4 sacks against Western Michigan last week. Another one this week, forced a second fumble in 2 games as well when he took care of a bobbled pitch. These are the big things that need to continue to happen. The Michigan State defense now leads the FBS in sacks with 12 so far in 2022, and they are also tied with Arkansas for the most fumbles forced so far this year with 7. Again, it's against the MAC. It's not against bigger competition. But you want to see that hunger. You want to see that dog in them, Ryan. And we're seeing that on the defensive side of the ball.
Spartan dogs.
Spartan dogs. We're seeing that on this side, on the defensive side of the ball. And then offensively, Berger, 17 carries for 107 yards and 3 touchdowns. His second straight 100-yard game as a Spartan. Broussard with 15 rushes for 81 yards and 2 scores as well. They make a really nice-looking 1-2 punch, Ryan, I got to say.
They do, and I still think Broussard is better than Berger, but Berger's played better the first 2 games. They are good. We'll see or at least they've been good, and we'll see what happens against Washington this week, who, I don't think Washington's great, but Michigan State is an underdog right now after starting off as a favorite, and it is a Pac-12 team that you are going on the road to play. So a lot tougher than the teams in the MAC, although I still don't think Washington is a good football team. It'll be the best competition that Michigan State has faced this year by far. And I think we'll get a better idea of what their defense and offense are capable of, after Saturday night ends.
Hey, Ryan Griffin here. Thank you so much for watching today's episode of Griffin and Bass. Be sure to give us your thoughts in the comments below. Remember to click the bell to receive the latest notifications from DSN, and subscribe for breaking news, community blogs, polls, contests, and other content.